Hello, everybody. Welcome, and welcome back. So, today we've got a few pre messages already laid out from the pre shuffle, and it is Monday, the 15th today, and so of December 2025. So, we're looking towards the end of the calendar year for many, and so I'm feeling a lot of gratitude this morning, a lot of graciousness, and a lot of reaching out to those who I had let fall between the cracks and coming back around with this more giving and abundant mindset than previously as I'm coming into this reading. And so it was feeling like a great sense of anticipation or just can't wait to get into the reading today. And so as I was doing the shuffle, a lot of cards were jumping out of the deck at me, and the first set out was Prosperity, Sacral Chakra, Awakened Awareness, the Fire of the Solar Plexus Chakra, and Trust Your Innocence. So I'll give you guys a little peep at those here. Very nice. See you at the base here of this Solaris Sublime card, really taking back your energy from something that had not come up in the same way before. So this awareness is some type of a way that you can take back your power from something that was dissipating your energy in some way. Under this deck, we had a few that popped out, but Mastery, Eagle, was the first one that popped out. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You're guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So you're coming across some aspect of accumulated wisdom that comes from the application of something, such as taking something easier than you have in the past. With dolphin play, it says swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. And so with these cards here, trusting the innocence of your ability to create a new awareness from the aspects and things that had seemed to fit poorly together in the way that we previously were looking at some creation project or endeavor, and suddenly having the epiphany awareness, this perfect storm, to create some type of miraculous breakthrough in creative mindset, the co-creative ability to see how we are perfectly placed and poised for the next leg of the journey. It's as if to say, why would we ever have believed less of ourselves than what we've been able to dream for ourselves? Because the dream is the becoming. And the last two cards that popped out were Remembrance and Integration came out in reverse, which I don't normally read the reversals in this deck, but it seemed to talk about that this creative endeavor was something that came up for integration in the past, and it didn't come through in the right way, and so it was like half online and half out of sync with itself. And so I'm hearing a lot of the Abraham Hicks channelings recently, and it's talking about being outside of one's vortex. So the miracle breakthrough is the awakened awareness of how to tap into the vortex and actually bring it towards the outside of our sphere of awareness and into the real world, so to speak. Like Abraham often talks about, oh yeah, people, they're so great and we love you so much, but you can't get it right. You keep thinking about what you don't have, and that's why you don't have it, because it keeps coming back. And so you're seeing your ability to promote others, but you're also seeing how larger than life you are compared to those that you're endeavoring to help. And I don't mean this as like you're better than or above or anything else. It's a more expanded and centered personality. It's aligned and centered. And so this luminescence is the ability of what would you do if you knew that you were the one you've been waiting for, and you would do it so much differently. And these two came out too. Next level download incoming, and flex. You do the work. It is time to celebrate all of the wins that you've been having. So with this, we do have UVWXYZ under the deck and 8888. So something may be trying to come back around, or a lesson that you learned in conjunction with somebody, or something with one of the initials, the U through Z, might be coming back around in order to understand what it was that gave us, or the ability to see how it was a leg up and not a waste of time, or our honest creative essence. It's that we can just write off the past, because the past is only what happened. It isn't what is going to happen, because we didn't know what we knew then. Now we know more now. And so let's read some of these Art of War Tao Te Ching cards here. Sun Tzu said, when you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. And so I'm seeing that as also this star seer energy, with the size different, incrementally different between those you are trying to assist and yourself. And so instead of offering them too much to chew on, needing to give them just little pieces, things that they can open up to. And there's something about seeing the silence of something as serving the situation much better than giving somebody too much right away. It says, offer your foe a golden bridge. And so here's the graciousness and the gratitude for giving more abundantly in the future. A disagreement can turn nasty in the blink of an eye. Offering a golden bridge to your opponent to retreat over, even if it's sending them a message asking to talk, can start the healing process. Defeat is humiliating. Retreating over this bridge helps them avoid that humiliation and can motivate them to reconnect with you. So there is someone here that wants to reconnect with you, and so yeah, don't be too opposed to it. Leave yourself an opening, if you will. And the first Tao Te Ching, here we have the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The unnameable is the eternally real. Naming is the origin of all particular things. Free from desire, you realize the mystery. Caught in desire, you see only the manifestations. Yet mystery and manifestations arise from the same source. This source is called darkness. Darkness within darkness. The gateway to all understanding. It's talking about the darkness of the divine feminine and the unknowing, the silence that is the truer aspect of engagement. So, number 5. The Tao doesn't take sides. It gives birth to both good and evil. The Master doesn't take sides. She welcomes both saints and sinners. The Tao is like a bellows. It is empty, yet infinitely capable. The more you use it, the more it produces. The more you talk of it, the less you understand. Hold on to the center. So there's some element here, and I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I need to switch these. We'll see why, I guess. Under the bridge, or under the deck here we have, there is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare. So there's some kind of an element of coming back together. And the 0 card under the deck, I didn't see this one previously. Nothing in the world is as soft and yielding as water, yet for dissolving the hard and inflexible, nothing can surpass it. The soft overcomes the hard, the gentle overcomes the rigid. Everyone knows this is true, yet few are able to put it into practice. Therefore, the master remains serene in the midst of sorrow. Evil cannot enter his heart. Because he has given up helping, he is people's greatest help. True words seem paradoxical. And that is the entry point of all things. The Tao that can be named is unnameable. And so the sacred work that we're all doing together can take so many avenues. Like, for instance, how are we to know that that awful event that comes to mind would not have, if it had not happened, that it would have left us in this old cycle? And even when it seems like it took us and put us in a ball of neurosis, or a ball of depression, anxiety, or remorse, or guilt, or shame, there's this aspect of understanding how everybody's here walking each other home, and that if somebody has done something evil or rotten to us, seeming, then it's still of the center. It is of our center. It is walking us back to our center, to our home within. And so to walk away from others is to walk away from the face of ourself in the mirror. It's the darkness within the darkness. It's the nooks and the crannies, and we may have worked through these things, but then that is why they show up to us, not so that we can judge the other as shameful or less than or lower than the self. It's so that we can lift them up and say, hey, I understand that you're saying this to me, but this comes from a place of your own insecurity and it doesn't belong to me. Boom, done, you know, or however else it needs to come through for you. So let's go ahead and just take a couple more cards here. Under the deck we have the high heart chakra, ecstatic bliss, and the unlimited self with the crown chakra. So there is an anticipation or a resurgence of this sacred energy from within, and it is very sacred. And if it comes up with a sense of anxiety, or like somebody approaches you and you don't know what to do or something like this, just breathe through it. And yeah. She of the Lotus. I feel like this is you just before this and coming through this. It's like a steaming off. So something that you were upset about coming through and awakening you. Yes, gracious receptivity. Beautiful. There's this ability for you to see through something and to understand the ability for you to speak things without speaking them. Yes. Oh my gosh. And delight. Divine feminine. Merkaba and emergence. So the Merkaba is all about that spiritual chariot that takes us forward out of our lower self and into the higher aspects. And when we're looking for evidence of things through our desire nature, then it's we're going to keep coming up with the things that we need to correct. And so it's about loving what is, and it's about finding delight in the contrast of the colors, of the different wavelengths and the different frequencies of everybody here. Because with the Tao, there's another one that's like, what is a good man but a bad man's job, or but a bad man's leader, and what is a bad man but a good man's job? And so it's like, sometimes we can make it a job, but when we approach it as a job, then we're elevating ourselves instead of just helping and healing others as they come, and assisting people up the ladder that way. So let's get just something to close us out. Let's get some advice from Spirit in a few different ways, and let's first get some whispers of the ocean. There we go, gliding through the currents again, and this one wants to come, and under the deck we have replacing what was lost. This is exactly what we were talking about before, is that something will come back around that is going to celebrate you and give you some type of a delightful exchange and some aspect or opportunity to move forward in a very profound way. And it happens through you gassing off this fear or anxiety or expectation even here that's happening in this crown area, this anxiety. And it says you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew, create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. So this star seer, there's your star. It's coming in with this ability to assure us that nothing that is in our vortex is going to be lost. It's always there, and we can always practice the feeling of abundance and gratitude when we peer inside. And if we look outside, we can find all of these things to be so blessed by. And I'm thinking about right now, it's like I'm out in the pole barn because the dogs are just a crazy interference with the channel, and so they're in their kennels and I'm out here. But it's cold because I haven't done the fire, but it's like, because you see it, there's a little steam cloud. I've got a little heater here, but gliding through the currents is like being able to just give thanks for what we do have. It's like all of these lights and this opportunity to have this separate space to myself out here, having the running water and the lights at the switch of a button, and all of the incense and the cards that I have, for instance, are my abundance. And I have so many things for sale that I don't even promote to folks. So if you're somebody who likes that, tune in a little bit later. I'll get a short out there and we'll look at some of the inventory. So 13, gliding through the currents, says with a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow. Bringing your understanding, your perspective, or your behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. And so it's about the letting go and letting ourselves emerge as the expert in some type of a field. Having already checked it off the list, we have nothing left to prove. We have nothing left to change people's minds about. We wait for the fish to swim around our ankles before swooping in and helping that fish. Help appears in various ways. There's much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift that you forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. And isn't that the truth? And I'm hearing a confirmation for many of us. We have our ancestors or your spirit team, your angels or your ascended masters team, those that come through you and to you. And they are surrounding us at all times. The they is us. And so we are them. And there is no separation between the good and the bad and the evil and the awesome and beyond this realm. And so to hold anyone as the darkness inside the darkness is a little bit, it's a little bit off kilter. And so I think I will leave that one there and get you just a few more advice for anyone in a current relationship right now. These are kind of sassy cards, so anybody, oh, you are not being heard. Say that shit again louder. And make art, love, or music. Change yourself first, because we just heard that we oh shoot, what was it? The it'll come back if it needs to. You think you got them all figured out. You don't. Massage, binge watch, chill. You're effing stressed. So yeah, it's time to take it down a notch and to make sure that whoever is in this situation together, that you get it worked out. It says one of you is doing way too many effing chores and somebody effed up. So alone time equals happier together. Go solo. Yeah, so do something by yourself, for yourself, and get yourself a gift for this Christmas season if you celebrate that. Woo! You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Still love you. Hugs and kisses. Shut the F up. And you are giving way too many fucks. Give 0. So, yep. It could be somebody's fault here. Say this out loud. I'm sorry. And what it's for. Eat, cuddle, sleep, and repeat. Alright guys, I hope that was suitable for your reading, and check out for some of our other readings on the channel, and don't forget to hit up some of those buttons and the notification bell. Grow with the channel. Share the content. Take care.